What's up, boys? Week 12 in the book, and Joe, holy shit, it is tight.
Yep.
It is tight. A virgin doesn't even describe it. You know what? It's as tight as a molecular knot. It's that is the tightest thing on Earth, and I had to look it and I looked it up. It is a molecular knot is the tightest thing on Earth.
Okay.
And that perfectly describes our league right now, because they from what number 2 to 9, 2 to 9 separated by what, 3 games?
I was about to say because there was only 3 that's kind of out of contention at this point. I mean, I hate to say it like this.
Yeah, well, you could call a spade a spade. There's 3 out of contention, and there's 1 that's clinched. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. A third of the league is either out or clinched. That's the other 2/3 is still all in play.
Yes.
You have no idea, no clue. But molecular knot, that's what it is. And Huff's the only one that's clinched. And I don't know. I'm one of those 3 teams that are not. And I've been starting to gear up for the NIT. This is the fantasy NIT.
The fantasy NIT?
Yeah, the fantasy NIT. Been gearing up for it. I'm actually kind of pumped for it.
Is that because you don't want to be considered into the losers bracket?
It's the fantasy NIT.
The fantasy NIT. Okay.
Yeah, this is the FNIT.
Okay.
That's what people are calling it these days. They're calling it the FNIT. Okay. So just fucking leave me alone. But yeah, I'm actually pretty pumped. I think our bracket is going to be better than y'all's bracket, than the actual March Madness or November Madness or whatever it's going to call.
Oh, okay.
December. Damn, can't do it. I'm not. I can't do a D. Not a D word coming to mind.
Because there's March Madness. There's Summertime Sadness.
There's December.
Demeanor.
No.
Because that could be anything.
Yeah. Fuck. No, I can't come up with anything. All right. Anyways, so the March Madness of December is what we'll go with here. But yeah, no, I'm pumped. Both sides are gonna be fucking good. The only reason I'm looking forward to the FNIT is because I'm gonna be there. That's it. But let's do a little bit of an NFL recap. Well, fuck. Saints versus Falcons. Biggs, go fuck yourself with the pine cone, please. Just go sit on it.
Yeah.
Just go sit on it. Fuck the fucking Falcons.
Yeah, I've got to agree.
I guess we can suck it, huh? Fuck. Oh, I hate the fucking Falcons. All right, anyways, Browns versus Broncos. Suck it, Huff. But you are broken. The Cleveland Browns are broke. Like, I mean, if there's one team cannot have so many injuries and expect to win.
I know, especially now, Myles Garrett. That's tough. That's tough.
We'll see how that goes. Steelers Bengals. Good job, Steelers fans. Good job, Steelers fans. Look what Matt Canada does. Look what Matt Canada does. And I do want to. Joe and I have talked about this before, but we do want to specify that yes, Matt Canada did coach at LSU, but no, we did not particularly enjoy him either.
Yeah, he only coached there 1 year.
Right. It was not, and it wasn't a great year. So, we share in your. I guess I don't want to say we don't have as much of a hatred towards Matt Canada as the Steelers fans do. But we understand. We understand. Yes, discontent. We understand. We get it. Patriots versus Giants. Suck it. Actually, you know what? I don't think I should say suck it, Luke, because I think that the Patriots are actually doing like a phenomenal job tanking. Like they're tanking, and they gave Tommy DeVito his second win, which is what every person in New Jersey wanted, and it's great.
Yeah, and Bill Belichick is disguising it as like, a new challenge to get the team better. It's like, no, you know what? I haven't had the top pick in like years, and he's like, I want to actually have a top choice in the draft.
Yeah, and he's not gonna have number 1. Carolina will, or well, I guess the Bears will, but hey, doing a good job. So I guess good for you, Luke. Good for you. Packers versus Lions. Suck it, Bobby. Good for you, Jerv. Packers are weird.
Packers are weird.
They're weird. They're just weird. I don't know. I guess the Lions are going through a slump, but the Packers are fucking weird.
Yeah, like 1 second Jordan Love wants to be Aaron Rodgers, and the other second he wants to be Mac Jones.
We never know. It's week in, week out. So, yeah. NFL recap. Let's get to the matchups. Jesus. All right. Wrecking Havoc versus Josh has a Mangina. Yeah, okay. You know what, Joe? I decided to I decided to copy you. Okay.
Oh, copy me.
Yeah, and I wrote a letter.
Oh, you wrote a letter.
I wrote a letter. Yeah.
See, it really helps to put it down
Yes,
pen on paper.
It does. It does. Except mine's not a letter to an NFL player. It's a letter to Matt. Dear Matthew Wilson, your team is not good. Your team name sucks. Your accent sucks. Your laugh is dumb. Your team definitely overachieved this week. And the fact that you have multiple Browns starters is shameful. I hope you miss the playoffs. Sincerely, Josh. P.S. Najee Harris sucks. That's it.
Okay. But the last part kind of really goes for both of y'all.
What?
Because you actually own Najee Harris on your fantasy team, and he actually is a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right. But fuck Najee Harris because did you see? I benched him. Yep. I benched him, and he actually did well. So I actually hate Najee Harris. I will never, ever draft Najee Harris again. I won't even pick him up on the waivers if he is the best, and I have whatever, the most FAAB dollars, and whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm never going to have Najee Harris. That's all I have for this matchup, actually. It was it.
Yeah. No, shoot. Your kicker getting minus one was quite hilarious.
That was the highlight of my my matchup there.
Yeah. And then, honestly, I attest your downfall to Lamar Jackson because we had talked about this mid-season about how he was probably going to be – I had thought he was going to be your make or break. Mm-hmm. And the last couple of weeks, 13.98, 11.48, 15.02, 27.96, which is not bad, but 16.98. You can't have that for a quarterback.
No. And it's just been the story of my fucking season. Like, I have Jalen Warren in there as a flex when I should have had Najee Harris. Lamar Jackson should have got 15 more points. And my kicker shouldn't have got negative fucking points. If those things wouldn't have happened, I probably would have been up there with him. I could have probably beat him if, things actually happened the way they fucking were supposed to. I don't appreciate the name. Don't really appreciate it. Not a big fan. It's really not that clever.
Matt Wilson and Jerv have taken very, very much interest in trying to have like weird names for us to pronounce on the show.
Yeah. I don't. Again, it's not like anyone who's seen Step Brothers would be just like, oh, you just copied it from Step Brothers. You want me? You know what? You want me to show you my mangina? Is that what you want? I think that's what he wants.
Please no.
That's what he wants. I'll step up and show you my mangina right now. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna speak on behalf of Matt Wilson. I'm gonna say that's probably a no.
Probably, but I mean, Jesus. He how does he know? Has he already seen it? He probably has already seen it. So I don't know. I did a lot of weird shit in college. So Jordan Love on his bench, Devon A-Chain, I hope he never comes back. And it's nice to see Rashee Rice on your bench with 20 points.
So he didn't actually get $100 for Devontae Smith or DJ Moore, though.
Oh no, he didn't.
Remember we had talked about that?
Yeah. He didn't.
He was honestly just publicly collusion.
Public collusion. That should be that. He should be out of the playoffs just for that. He should not be included in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, actually.
Where's our commissioner?
Where is our commissioner? Come on, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Let's go here.
He hasn't even gone crazy on us, but he's also not, handling public collusion.
I think he's trying to back off, but I think we'll get to his matchup.
Well, we got the Wild Wild West going on now over here.
Right, yeah. But anyways, that's really all I had. Just my letter, and I mean, I'm out, obviously, but
Yeah, I think this is the nail in the coffin. I don't know if they have.
No, my coffin was already buried.
They have in Sleeper app. They have whenever you actually clinch the playoffs, but they don't actually have it when you're eliminated.
Well, which is nice of Sleeper. Thank you. That's
I
nice.
guess, yeah,
That's
not
nice.
hurting people's feelings.
Yeah,
but there's only really 2 games left, so
we're out. We're out. I know. We're out. I get it. I've already accepted it. We're completely out. I get it. Do you want to like rub it in our face? Are you doing this because Sleeper didn't do it?
Let's move on.
All right. Anyways, Wrecking Havoc loses to Josh has a Mangina. God damn it. 86.98 to 119.04. Next one. Okay. There is. Let's see. It's Not Mad, Differently Sane versus Bruise Brothers. Tell me you're insane without telling me you're insane.
I think that's the point, because we were talking about how
Right.
he hadn't gone crazy yet. Like, you haven't seen crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it all like this Joker stuff with him?
Oh, because he's obsessed with Heath Ledger's Joker. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the greatest performances of all time. Like he did phenomenal.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with fantasy football, to be honest with you.
But I think Chris likes chaos.
He does like chaos, which is
And
probably why
that's-
he's
that's-
running a Wild Wild West, in our fantasy league.
Right. That's the foundation of the Joker.
Does he get off on it?
Explain the Wild Wild West.
Well, I'm just saying, if there's like public collusion happening in the league,
And he's just
and
turning a blind eye.
Turning a blind eye. It's like,
that's politics, bitch. He's actually playing his part perfectly.
yeah. Okay. Just, sweep it under the rug.
Okay, let's get to the matchup. This is terrible because Jonathan Taylor being out for 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
It shouldn't be too long, but it's long enough.
It's long enough. He desperately needs to win the next 2 weeks.
This was
desperately
wrong time.
Yes, bad time to lose Jonathan Taylor. Oh man.
If he was 8-4, sitting at the 8-4 record,
Even 7-5, I think he could squeak by. But
he can maybe squeak by.
But 6-6, no, if you're 6-6 right now, there's a couple of teams. You have to win the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
There's no option. And if you're Jerv sitting at 5-7, you have to win. You definitely have to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough. That was tough. It's part of the fucking game. Luke lost Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
And that's before Justin Jefferson went down. He was probably him and Tyreek were the top 2 scorers in fucking fantasy that weren't quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I don't know. One thing about the matchup is I think there's something about jumping out to a early lead that is so I don't know how to explain it, because obviously you play. It's like the points are there. You know what I'm saying? And Connor jumped out to a huge lead on Thanksgiving Day. And like I said, there's something about having the points already there that just you're like 80 times more likely to win.
Yeah, because Chris actually did come back
at
some point. But at the same time, Connor still had so many players that needed to play, and he had such a big lead from the very get-go.
From Thanksgiving. Yeah.
So it was like he was kind of relaxed. It was like, all right, let me just let the rest of my team play out. I should be fine.
Right. Yeah. This was a good one. I mean, like there wasn't any matchups that went down to Monday night. Well, for good reason. There's, the Vikings versus the Bears. So
yeah, you would hope then your matchup didn't go down to that.
Right. That was terrible.
Because honestly, if my game was a little bit different, then I would have been relying on Khalil Herbert, and God, that wouldn't have been good.
No, that would not have been good. But fortunately, you have the Dak attack.
Dak attack.
We'll get to. Bruise Brothers, nice. Josh Allen putting up 43.66. It's good to know that even though the Bills are losing, he will still put up gigantic fucking fantasy numbers. That's good. His team up and down, like besides his tight end, his team's good. His team's very good.
Well, look on his bench. Who's coming back from injury?
I saw Dallas go there.
Yeah.
Goddard.
Who's a serviceable. I mean, I'm not going to say he's elite.
He's not. Like that's what I'm saying. Like his only weak spot is the tight end position, which with Goddard on the bench is saying a lot. It is good. Speaking of tight ends, the Chris's tight end duel is just it's hilarious to me.
I knew it. I told you that he was going to struggle with playing who to play each week. I mean, obviously, he's gotten to the point because he's told us that he's just starting Kittle. He's going to do that the entire time. I did offer him,
but he's differently sane though, so you have no idea.
Yeah, but I did offer him Dak for Golf and Sam Laporta.
Ooh, and he didn't take it.
He didn't take it. I didn't make the official offer. I just said it on Discord.
Yeah,
I said it on Discord.
That offer's looking mighty juicy right now with Dak Prescott just absolutely going apeshit. Here's one last thing I have for this matchup. At least this is for Chris. Bijan Robinson is something you need to just hold on to as tight as you can. Like, I'm talking just suffocate him. Because it seems like Atlanta finally figured out how to use him.
Well, and they know that that's their formula. I mean, the more times that he gets games like this and they win, the more times they're actually going to utilize him. So, like, from here on out, you're riding Bijan Robinson. If he has a bad game, because, you know, sometimes players have bad games, you know, defenses, like, focus on a player, it's going to suck, but that's what you have to do.
Yep. So that is your bright spot here, because you definitely have to win the next 2 weeks, and you don't have Jonathan Taylor. So just hold on. I mean, Rashad White put up 12 points, so
he'll still be.
He's actually
Should be good.
So he'll be a serviceable RB2. But yeah, Bijan Robinson was nice to see. Nice to see for him. It took him a while, but anyways, you got anything else on this?
Yeah, I hate to see that Cooper Kupp has been on a huge slump for him.
Yeah.
5.9, 4.1, 5.8, 1.6, and 3.3 in the last 5 weeks. That's tough.
He's only had double-digit games twice this year, because obviously the first 4 weeks he was out, but yeah,
it's been tough. It's a tough year for Cup owners.
Yep, because they definitely. I mean, you knew he was going to be injured, but you still took him pretty high in the draft.
Well, you were hoping for a late round surge,
right?
Like a late season surge,
right? When you were trying to make a playoff push,
exactly. On the other side, the more frustrating fucking side, Christian McCaffrey has not had less than 12.7 points this season. Like, what the actual fuck? You couldn't actually do that for me whenever I had him? Gosh damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And he's been rolling every single week.
Every week.
He hasn't had an injury week. The only thing he's had is the bye week. Like, he has been a monster. Oh. He should have been the number one pick, which is what I was saying.
He should have been the number one pick. I picked him last year.
Well, I'm sorry. Last year, yeah.
God.
Was he the number one pick this year?
No.
Was it Justin Jefferson?
No, he was, because,
he was.
Ken was the first pick.
It's true. I mean, I was thinking about my other league, because I've
he was the first pick, and then Justin Jefferson was second.
Right.
And then I picked,
there you go. So it was the right first pick.
Yeah, then I picked Eckler.
Yep. Okay.
I'm having terrible luck with my first round picks.
Yeah, but you got Dakota Prescott.
Dakota Prescott.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Not mad. Different Sane loses to Bruise Brothers, 131.48 to 150.56. College Porn HD versus Mustachio Bashio. Big win for Luther.
Oh, huge.
Massive, monumental.
Huge
win for Luther, because 7-5 right now is monumentally better than 6-6.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we got 2 games left in the season right now. 7-5, yes. And I mean, what is it? That launched him up into 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because he's got the points.
Massive. One thing I will say for Luke, you have Justin Jefferson coming back. You're 7-5 with Justin Jefferson, your best player, Justin Jefferson, coming back. I think you're going to be fine. Keenan Allen and Justin Jefferson, Keenan Allen are great 1-2. I don't know if you want to gamble with Puka Nacua or go with Garrett Wilson, but you got your 1-2 wide receivers. Maybe time to move on from Kareem Hunt.
I was going to say, yeah, that was one of my notes. Was Kareem Hunt. He is basically riding down the ship, Pirates of the Caribbean Johnny Depp style.
Yeah.
Basically from week 7, 15.1, 13.2, 9.8, 9.2, 5.2, 2.2. He's gone down every single week.
Every week, wow. Yeah. He's done. He's done.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still get a free mustache ride from him, but I think he's out.
I'm going to be Captain Hindsight here, but he probably should have traded for a running back at the trade deadline.
At the trade deadline, yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is yes, he's got Justin Jefferson coming back, which he's got Keenan Allen, who's great. Garrett Wilson's actually been serviceable. I mean, that's a great flex if you got the other two in the wide receiver spot. And then he also has Chris Olave as well. Now, obviously, Chris Olave got a little bit injured, but he got nicked up. But at the same time, like he could have traded a couple of those guys, Puka Nacua, Olave.
Yeah, you sell Puka Nacua early
and get yourself a running back.
Yeah, because Zeke Elliott, Jeff Wilson, they're mid at best.
Well, they're both backups.
Right.
They're both backups, and Kareem Hunt.
That's what I meant, mid fantasy value.
And Kareem Hunt's backup too. You got to get yourself a starter, even if it's a low end starter, just somebody that's a starter, because you're not going to be playing half of these wide receivers.
Speaking of running backs, nice to see Derrick Henry, for Luther at least. Nice to see Derrick Henry put up some numbers.
Yeah,
it is kind of Derrick Henry season. He gets better when the weather gets colder.
Yeah, but it also is Carolina, the worst team in the league. So
I'm looking at the positives.
I know.
I don't even think Carolina has the worst defense though in the league.
No, they don't. They don't. But I was trying to do the same argument too, but then I was looking at the previous 2 weeks was 4.9 and 2.5, so like that wasn't as great, but.
Right.
But at the same time, hey, that's promising to see. If you see that number, it's better to see that number start popping up rather than not. But
when it gets cold, man, that's when Derrick Henry starts to run. That's when Derrick Henry gets good. Ramondre Stevenson still doing well. It's great. I think Luther is set. I mean Justin Herbert's going to do better than 15.3 points. I think he's set to make a run. My only issue with it is the Broncos are no longer on his team. I don't know why. I think he dropped them.
Yeah, he dropped them. They play Houston, Chargers, and Detroit the next 3 games. So
right, but
that's probably
he's doing a matchup here, but because I think the Broncos are kind of on a roll. I think you kind of just ride them, right?
Yeah, but they scored 11, obviously, against Minnesota. Cleveland with the third, 18 with the third string quarterback, and then Buffalo they did score 10, and Kansas City they did score 18.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and honestly, the Chargers suck. The Chargers suck. At Houston, yeah, I get that maybe, but like in Detroit hasn't been playing well. Then they got New England, and then the Chargers again. Then Vegas, like. That's the only thing that confused me.
No, I mean you got an argument. You got a better argument than I was thinking.
Here's the thing, Luther always has a reason for what he does, so I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to hear it. I want to know what the reason for dropping them was. But again, I think up and down his team is doing well.
He's on a 2-game winning streak, which is kind of big in this part of the season.
Right now, yes.
Yeah, the only other person's better is obviously.
Shut the fuck up. We don't need to talk about him.
Okay.
I think he obviously you want to win the last 2 games. You want to win the last, but I think people at 7-5, if you go 1-1 the next 2 games, I think you're going to have to have a lot of points for. He has 1341 points for, which is actually pretty good. It's actually really good. It's better than everyone but the top 3. So
technically his position is accurate.
It's perfect actually. Damn, that is crazy. The top 5 are all... Nope, never mind. I was getting somewhere.
No, you're right. The top five. The top five is all accurate.
No, not Chris Nairboss has 1248.
No, the top five is all accurate.
Okay, so the top 5 is all accurate.
But yeah, I'm fucking everything up
You are fucking everything up.
because
That's because you're making a late surge.
late surge.
It's okay.
Dak attack.
Dak attack. Anyways, you got anything else on this?
That's about it.
All right, college porn beats Mustachio Bashio 126.48 to 91.12. I don't win too often versus Detroit the Goat Lions. No, you don't win too often.
And you're out.
And you're out. But Bobby, thank God for CJ Stroud. He is going to be the one that is going to carry you as far as you're going to be able to go in the playoffs because
Fields not going to do it.
Fields not going to do it. His receivers, I'm sorry, they're just like Amon-Ra St. Brown's awesome. Cortland Sutton and DeAndre Hopkins, they're just both kind of they've been meh this whole year. Like if you obviously the Hopkins has had some really good games, but if you look at both of them, they've both been just kind of meh. Like Cortland Sutton's been a little bit better, but it's not like
A little more consistent.
consistent. Yeah, but
But nothing explosive.
right. So I like Ferguson. Gus Edwards he got a little he didn't do very well. I don't think that's going to continue. It's just weird because the Ravens Chargers game was just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful, and I just don't have as much confidence in the Ravens as I used to. I think that might be the problem here.
Interesting.
Why?
Well, no, just not enough. Because they're still record-wise, they're still playing really, really good.
They're very good. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But I'm talking about fantasy-wise. It might be because I have Lamar.
Oh, you talking about as far as yeah, because there's not really many
Ravens
people.
players.
Yes,
They're just not. They're not putting up fantasy numbers,
and they're not very consistent either. I mean, Gus Edwards had 20 points for Bobby last week,
right?
Which Bobby seems to always have just one player that goes off each week. Mm-hmm. C.J. Stroud this week, Gus Edwards the previous week, Amon-Ra St. Brown the previous week before that, and then C.J. Stroud again. But I forgot where I was going with this. With the I had the thought line.
The Ravens aren't consistent.
Oh yes, but Zay Flowers scored the most points for Ravens this time around.
Right.
So
it should have been Lamar.
It probably should have been Lamar.
No, it definitely should have been Lamar.
But
it fucking pisses me off.
But yeah, no, Bobby's team could definitely be better. ETN cooled off, but he can't be better next week.
Okay. I'm guessing he plays you next week.
Yes.
Got it.
Which is a big matchup. We'll talk about it later.
The Biggs, there's always next year, man. You can start prepping for the FNIT. I'll probably see you in the toilet bowl. If I'm being honest, I'll probably see you in the toilet bowl. Which, by the way, Joe, you lost the toilet bowl last year, and you still have. I'm waiting on my calendar.
I know the calendar. The calendar will come for 2024.
Okay.
You'll be able to enjoy it for 2024.
2024. All right, you heard it here. But yeah, sorry, bud. This just wasn't your year. I honestly looking. I can. Saquon Barkley was your first round pick. He did okay, but the Giants just suck. Yeah. There's always next year.
Yeah, no, it was. Hey, at least Kelsey is producing, so he doesn't have to feel as bad about that trade.
Right. You got anything else in this?
Nope. That's about it.
I don't win too often. Loses to Detroit the Goat Lions 69.8 to 98.66. Hey, at least you got 69 points. That's kind of funny.
Nice.
All right, next one. Oh, God, I hate this. The SSS.
Shelly selling seashells.
Shelly selling seashells. Hey, I got it.
That was actually good.
That was pretty good.
That was good. It sounded like you struggled. You were going to struggle with it, but you actually hit it.
Almost, yeah. All right, well, we'll leave it at that. Versus Magnus Carlsen. Okay, well, my weekly fuck you, Huff.
Okay, yep, fuck you, Huff.
Get that out of the way. Fuck you, Huff. This is tough because Jerv really needed this one. This kind of was the dagger. Like you needed to be 6-6 after this week.
And this is typically, I want to say this is our fantasy rivalry week for like this matchup. This is usually a rivalry game between Huff and
usually tight.
Jerv.
It's tough, yeah.
It's usually like against like the juggernauts of the league going head to head each week, but I will say...
Yeah, because usually Jerv is in the top 3.
Yes.
Like, by this point in the season.
Yes. I think Jerv's just been a little bit more drunk this year.
Oh,
so, yeah,
is that it?
I think he has been. I think he's been a little bit more of a party animal. So
Good for you, Jerv.
It looks like he's having a lot of fun. I've just been, stalking his Facebook and Instagram and such.
Oh, nice.
It's like some creepy ex, but...
Oh, okay.
But at the same time... I just think that might have influenced a little bit of his play, his fantasy play.
Has he been at the beach?
No. It's more of like tailgating Pittsburgh games. And,
nice.
Yeah.
So he's not selling seashells?
No, not selling seashells.
All right, well, go fuck yourself then,
because this has been terrible for me.
But no, he's 0-2 this year against Huff.
Oh, man. This is a down year for Jerv.
Down year for Jerv.
Down year for Jerv. We got to reignite the rivalry next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
He's kind of going through a Ryan Day right now.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, that's pretty good. That was funny.
Let's see. Fuck off.
That's it. His team is so fucking good right now.
It is absolutely fucking insane. The Dolphins' defense has been on.
Like they've had.
They scored their career high points whenever he decided to start them. That's the fucking thing. That's the nerve-wracking part of this all. But yeah, no, Kyren Williams is so fucking good. I don't know how he's on his team. Like
with Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs ran the ball 20 times with 410 yards in a tutty. Josh Jacobs is the main thing on that team besides Devontae Adams.
Well, we know Josh Jacobs is going to go off when there's an interim coach at the Raiders.
Yeah, of course.
So, of course that happens. They fire their coach after mid-season.
And then the fucked up part is, obviously you have Tyreek Hill, but A.J. Brown, like one of his best players, is one of the lower scores, and he still puts up 170 fucking 6.
That's got to be we need to look up. Oh, you already looked it up.
I looked it up. Yeah, no, this is a personal record for Huff.
Oh, that's crazy because he has like 5 of the top 10.
I know, and then it is third best though.
Third best, okay.
Because Jay Luthbro this year got the 183.
183.
But Bobby got a 176.88 last
fucking
year.
Suck it, Huff.
How does that bronze taste? Yeah,
bronze.
But
God damn it, dude.
Yeah, not much.
Kyren Williams is the thing that pisses me off the most.
I know that is how he got him, because he got him from basically from the free agency. Paid $157 for him on September 12th.
God damn it.
The rich keep getting richer, man.
Yeah.
Rich keep getting richer.
Because he's only played in 7 games this year, but 5 of them have gone over 17 points.
Yeah.
5, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's it's pretty crazy.
Well, Jerv, you can look forward to dominating the FNIT.
Oh, I mean, he's not out of it yet.
I know he's not out of it, but he needed this win. He's kind of.
If he wins the next 2, I mean, that puts a 7-7 record. You never know what could happen.
Right. There's plenty. There's 2 6-6 teams, and there's tons of 7-5 teams that could both lose 2 in a row.
Yes.
So,
and he what is his points for right now? How is he looking? 1277. That's actually not bad.
That's very good.
1277 is not bad.
It's actually better than me.
It's better, right? So and it's better than the 2 6-6s in front of him. So if you keep scoring a lot of points there, you never know. That's actually not bad.
Yeah. No, he's very, very much in it.
Yeah. That's about all I got on this one. It's it's usually I guess it's usually the rivalry. It's I did see that like Huff almost put up double the amount of points that Jerv scored.
That's nuts. That's nuts. But yeah, the last tidbit on this, I noticed that Jerv, you picked up Gabe Davis, who got you 19 points on your bench. Have fun with that. You just have fun with that. Dude, that's like a Jumanji board. It's like basically I'm basically like, I don't want the fucking board. I don't want the game. I don't want the player. I don't want it. Like, I know it's going to do some good things out of it, but I don't want all the shit that comes with it.
Or it could be like a Ouija board. Like at first you want to play with it, and then once you start playing with it, you realize I don't want to be here anymore.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to play that game.
And then it possesses you.
Yeah, because he's not starter. He's not starter material, so he's flex. So it's a week to week basis, and you lose that week to week start every fucking time. But have fun, Jerv.
Joe is not salty at Gabe Davis.
God, I hate him.
Not one bit. Was Christian McCaffrey and then Gabe Davis now?
No. Christian actually did some good things for me. Gabe has done nothing.
Okay, all right. So Gabe Davis, top of the Joe's shit list.
Yes,
got it.
Yes,
I
he's
like
top
Joe.
of the list.
I like Joe's shit list. We should get that. We should make a Joe's shit list.
That's fun.
Anyways, you got anything else? Okay. Shelly selling seashells. Shelly selling seashells. Shelly.
No, just dude, you had it. Just stop there. You had it. Just stop while you're ahead.
Loses to Magnus Carlsen, 98.32 to 176. Last one. Dak Attack versus Caleb Pressley. Bro, you are on a heater.
Let's fucking go.
I know.
Let's fucking go. Dakota Prescott obviously is leading your team.
Debo Samuel and Calvin Ridley, you love to see both of those. If you could get that consistency out of them the next 2 weeks, you're going to be sitting pretty. Austin Eckler needs to fucking do something.
You're telling me, man.
Like, poke him a little bit. Poke him and make him do something.
He literally was the reason why Bobby won a championship last year. Mm-hmm. And this year, I don't know. DeAndre Swift, I'm going to get those kind of games out of him. But if he's getting me 8.9 points with 80 yards rushing, I'm okay with that.
Fuck yeah, dude. No, DeAndre Swift has been awesome. Like, look at it. Like, he's averaging about that's 12 points.
Yeah. No,
12 to 15 points is what he's averaging. So, like, that's fine.
Yeah. I like my team. I like my team where it's at right now going into the playoffs. I've got a tough matchup with Bobby next week, and then I've got an easier matchup with, I think, Biggs. So
because he doesn't win too often.
Yes. So I have the last matchup with him. So like I like my schedule. I just have to really win this next week. But yeah. Interesting fact, since it's Dak Attack, Dak has been averaging 35.36 points since week 8.
35 point what?
35.36 points.
Since week 8?
Since week 8.
Jesus Christ, that is a lot.
Dak Attack.
Are you playing the matchups with your defense?
Yeah. I'm playing the matchups.
Well done with the Patriots, brother. Well done.
They were going against the Giants. I mean,
I know, but still.
And Bill
the
Belichick
Patriots suck.
Yeah, but Bill Belichick is still a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah, that's true.
He typically has good defenses. Even when Tom Brady was there, they had good defenses.
Dude, on paper, your team looks really good.
It looks really poised. I think Khalil Herbert's done. I don't know if you should. I think he.
No, probably, I'm not. I don't think so. I think he just came back from an injury. You can't judge his performance coming back from an injury the 1 week he comes in. Like he can.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Chicago sucks.
Yeah. Okay. In that regard, maybe yes.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like, because Justin Fields, if you looked at that Minnesota Chicago game, they have no confidence in Justin Fields. He didn't throw it over the middle once, I think. I don't think he threw it over the middle one time. It was all out to the flats, which I guess it does kind of benefit running backs like Khalil Herbert, but like it's just
Well, if you're no, it doesn't. It doesn't if you're not going down the field because
Right.
they did a lot of like you said flats. It was more of it, and it was more of like flat screens. So like
Yeah.
that's a
Flat
split.
screens,
That's
you're
like
right.
a split second play. Whereas if it's a actual play developing and then you just dump it off into the back, that's a different story.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, obviously, this is a. I have no room to talk because you're potentially in the playoffs, with like the easiest schedule left, and I'm not.
And I guess the only thing I have for James is the Brock Purdy Trevor Lawrence matchup has just been one for the ages.
It's killed him all season.
All season. It's been, and honestly, it's like it sucks for him, but it's been hilarious for me to watch. It's been amazing.
It's almost like a Laporta Kittle battle going on.
A little bit, yeah. I
little bit.
love watching these like inner, like unless it's on, like obviously if I don't want it to be on my team, but like watching other teams go through this like inner battle where they're just struggling trying to figure out which fucking player to play. I think at that point you just drop one of them.
That's why I dropped Gabe Davis.
Well,
I don't want to play that battle anymore.
It took you long enough.
It took me a while, but I dropped him.
Yeah,
It's fun to watch.
obviously outside looking in, but yeah.
So good for you, bud. This is looking good for you.
Big win. I think there's a bigger matchup next week, like I said, but we'll go on that for
Right, you keep alluded to it. But you got anything else on this?
That's about it.
All right, Dak Attack beats Caleb Pressley 132.54 to 86.96. All right, do we have any? Let's get to overpaid, underpaid. We I didn't even take a look at it.
A lot of overpaid.
Okay, they're all overpaid. There's $50 for a kicker. Pat Fryermuth might be the only underpay.
Probably so.
Yeah, Pat Fryermuth is the only. Chuba Hubbard for $350. You really wanted him, didn't you?
I wanted him back
Okay.
because I dropped him, and then like I realized, then he actually had a good game, and then now I'm fed up with Dameon Pierce, which. Bobby, you won the trade. You got him. Yeah, because basically Zach Moss was able to get you those points whenever Jonathan Taylor was out. Now he's out again. You officially won the trade.
Yep. Well, hey, good job,
Bravo.
Bobby. Brandon Cooks. I think this was just Connor flexing how much money he had because.
Yeah, he still has quite a bit of money, and he's actually still staying active.
And Brandon Cooks is not terrible. He's a Hills and Valleys guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's a Hills and Valleys, so it's like 1 week he'll be good, 1 week he'll be bad. $50 for a fucking kicker, dude. Go fuck no. Don't ever pay any money for a kicker. This is almost like grounds for being kicked out of the league.
Mm-hmm.
You paying $50 for a fucking kicker?
Like, who's going to try to steal a kicker from?
Nobody. Like, obviously somebody else had a bid. Matt Wilson had a bid, but like he didn't pay any money.
Well,
Nobody's gonna pay money.
Matt Wilson doesn't have any money, and he bid for 4 different players, and he only got 1. Actually, he got 2.
We got 2, yeah. Again, Pat Fryermuth. This is easily the best, the biggest underpay of the week. I fucking love it. Good job, Jerv.
But yeah, everybody else is overpay except for the $0 ones. Good for you. You got them.
Yeah, that's it. We didn't have any trades.
That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping for a last
ditch effort to trade.
Yeah, trade deadline. Trade.
It's okay, and I don't know. I think people are kind of just set with their teams. Which I thought to shake things up for because of how tight the league is, I thought people were going to try and shake things up. But
look, we had a lot of action this year.
We did.
We had a lot of action. I'm grateful for that.
It was fun.
I think everybody, like you said, they're kind of set on their ways. Like the teams that aren't going to make it, obviously, they're not going to try to do something that's going to be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people that are in tight, they kind of are set with their team. They think everybody thinks they got it themselves a shot,
Right.
which they do.
Yeah. Most people do.
Yeah.
Most people do. You got anything else you want to get to predictions?
Let's go to predictions. I really kind of want to focus on this because this is going to be like who's getting into the playoffs.
Let's go with Wrecking Havoc versus Not Mad, Differently Sane. This is obviously this is the must win for Chris.
And it's one of the ones that are must win, but a good matchup. Like, unfortunately, I know we're talking about your team, but this is if you have one of the bottom 3 tier teams for the next 2 weeks, that's a good matchup.
Yeah. Honestly, if you look at it, the last 5 weeks, he's only had over 100 points twice. He's actually not last 6 weeks. Yeah, last 6 weeks he's only had over 100 points the 2 of those weeks. So I have a good chance of beating him. I don't think I will. I think he's got to put in somebody for Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor's being listed as doubtful, but he's out. He's out.
He's out 100%. I don't know. I might be able to steal one from him. I might be able to fuck his year up. I'm gonna go with
you might wreck Havoc.
Wrecking Havoc, baby. I'm gonna go with me on this one.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna go with Chris though.
Okay. Bruise Brothers versus Josh has it's not really fun. Not really fun to say. Bruise Brothers versus Josh Hezerman. You know what? Bruise Brothers all day. He okay. Actually, I take that back.
He has to
start Baker Mayfield.
He has to start Baker Mayfield, but still the rest of
this
his
is
team
a bye
still
week.
Good.
Bye week's gonna fucking kill him.
Zay Flowers, Tucker, Josh Allen. Yeah, you know what? It might be.
I think Matt might pull this.
It might be Matt. It might be Josh has a mangina.
He doesn't. This is cool. This is crazy because Matt has to win this. Matt definitely has to win this. And he has a tough one against Chris next week, who also has to win too.
These are big must-win games.
Huge must-win games for Chris and Matt.
You know what?
Is 2 Chainz?
I was about to say A-Chain. I don't know.
It all depends on A-Chain.
I was about to say I don't know if he actually is going to be ready for this game.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my initial response. I'm gonna go with Connor. Bruise Brothers is gonna win.
I'll go with Matt Wilson.
Okay. College Porn HD versus Jerv. I'm done. I can only do that twice in one fucking episode. You're only getting one, or you're only getting 2. This is, I think I'm not gonna lie. I think Luth has this in the bag.
Yeah, he's got some late round buys. Although a lot of the buys aren't like
Devontae Adams. Yeah, sure. On paper that looks bad.
Cole Kmet's kind of bad. Because he's trading him in for a Quanko.
Yeah, that sucks.
That
what has
sucks.
a Quanko done?
Not really anything.
He might go off against Indiana, probably not. Yeah. So I guess it's just if the rest of the fucking team can make up for your tight end, which I can see that happening. I mean,
you know what I think it's going to go down to? I think it's going to go down to Nico Collins or Tank Dell because either one of them have been getting the most amount of points receiving from Texans.
Oh,
I think whoever wins that.
Whoever's going to get more is going to...
And I think because Tank Dell's a little bit nicked up, I'm going to go with Nico Collins. I'm going Jay Luthbro.
I'm going Jay Luthbro too. All right, let's see.
But that's a big game for Jay Luthbro and...
I know.
Jerv.
Yeah.
This is definitely must win or you're out for Jerv. It's must win to stay in for Jay Luthbro.
To stay competitive.
Yep.
All right, Mustachio Bashio versus Magnus Carlsen. Sorry, Luke. It's impossible. If there was any type of money on this game, I'd have to go with Alex. I mean, that's kind of like a given. It's a given.
Because he doesn't even have that many people that are on buys. He's got Josh Jacobs and he got Dalton Kincaid, and then he just replaces them with Javonte Williams and Kate Otten. Like, what can you do?
Luke has Hawkinson on a bye, so
Yeah, he doesn't even have a replacement for him just right now. So
yeah, it's gonna be Huff. It's gonna be Huff. What do you think?
yeah, I'm gonna have to go Huff, unfortunately. But actually, fortunately, because I need him to lose.
Oh yeah.
I definitely
actually
need him.
that works out for you. That's true.
I need him to lose.
A lot of people are rooting for Huff this week.
Yep.
Because that's true. Except for me. All right. A possible preview of the toilet bowl. I don't win too often versus Caleb Pressley.
Ugh.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a 2-2. No, actually, I'm gonna go with. I don't fucking know. I'll go with Biggs. I don't know actually, because Thielen literally put up 0 points, but James has some buys.
He's got some buys. Yeah. I'm gonna go with I don't win too often.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Biggs.
Too many buys for
James.
Yeah, many significant buys.
All right, last but definitely not least, I think this is one of the better matchups of the week here. Detroit, the Goat Lions versus Dak Attack. Joe, I think you might be able to squeak one out here, man. You really need this one.
Oh gosh, I need this one so bad.
Both of you 8-5, going 8-5. Like, this is one that Bobby could afford to lose. He's not really have too many buys. I think you might squeak this one out, brother. I think I got you on this one.
Yeah. ETN, I don't want to jinx anything. He hasn't been doing as good. Yeah, there's a couple of things that I do have a move that's going to be kind of risky right now. You can already see it on the lineup, but I did sit Deebo Samuel against Philadelphia.
Why?
Because Deebo Samuel is an emotional player, and Philadelphia knows how to get inside emotional players and get under their skin.
Oh, wow. You went deep on that one.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
And so, it's at Philadelphia. So, it's going to be a crazy environment. I think he's just going to kind of have a little bit of a slump. I'm betting my dollars Josh Downs kind of goes off.
Okay.
Unless the weather's bad. If the weather's raining in Tennessee, I'm definitely taking away Josh Downs because they're not going to be passing it as much.
Well, I'm picking you, bud.
I'm picking myself too.
Good deal. Nice. You got anything else?
That's about it.
All right, well, we will see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.